Law ready for this.
God damn it, I hate you. Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Chase. I am joined by Vaughn, and for the first time ever, the Demi-God himself. He told me to say something else, but I forgot. Justin.
The most humble person on
Close
earth,
enough,
Justin.
Yep. Just so everyone knows, he gave me that intro to say. And this is episode 5, I think, of You Guys Made Me Inc., the #1 Finding Nemo podcast you've ever heard. Hopefully the only, because that's our niche. Go away, other stupid shit.
You just know that somewhere on Earth, someone has actually done a Finding Nemo podcast.
Yeah, but we're the #1. And we are also the #1 trending YouTube channel of 2018.
I hope
Fanboy Talks.
at one point in time, these people hear our podcast and get super pissed that we say we're the #1 Finding Nemo podcast on the internet. They're like, you guys don't even talk about Dory, you son of a bitch. Fuck you.
Oh, if you ever watched Finding Nemo, Dory should have died.
That's true. They all should have died. Fucking
They all
fish.
should have died.
Oh, piece
They all
of
should have
shit.
died, yo.
That's what's ruining the oceans. It's not humanity, it's fish farts.
It's shit.
Yeah. It's fish poo.
Huh.
Now,
I thought it
and
would have been the loads of whale cum.
just so everyone knows, this is our second attempt at this podcast, and we had some gold, but it didn't work. And this is
My fault, everybody. I'm sorry.
It's definitely 100% Justin the Demi-God, the man, the myth, the legend's fault.
You'd think for being a demigod, he'd know not to buy a fucking Chromebook and buy any other computer other than a Mac. So basically just something Windows.
Oh, thanks for reminding me, Vaughn. This episode
Even
is
gods
brought
make
to you by
mistakes.
Chromebook.
Yeah, the shittiest computers on Earth.
Not
That is
endorsed.
our sponsor.
Other than Mac.
Go to Chromebook.com and pay extra for shipping if you use You Guys Made Me Inc.
You can just pay me. There's no promise of getting a computer.
I will not send you this shitty computer because I'm going to return it. You could just pay me.
You're just giving away free money. I'll take that.
That's fair. That's a good one. All right.
Yeah, I guess. So, Vaughn, you had some stuff to talk about? What do we
I
got?
do. So, this is kind of a weird topic, but just randomly thinking about it. So, Chase, I know you're not an anime fan. You haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. This topic is mostly for Justin. So, as we both know,
Oh boy.
they made a Full Metal Alchemist.
Cool, thanks. Cool podcast, guys. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, you just can peace out. So, as we both know, on Netflix there is a Full Metal Alchemist live-action movie. And the thing I have to say is, so Full Metal Alchemist is based in Germany in the actual source material, is essentially like an alternate version of Germany, but in the live-action movie, it's a bunch of Asian people. So I would like to point out that this is the exact same thing as everyone freaking the fuck out about them casting
Whitewashing.
white people as other roles. Just randomly pointing that out. Nobody seems to say
It's-
anything about it.
It's whitewashing.
I think America needs to stop with making live action movies.
Yeah, that's true. This
Yes,
isn't
stop
America
ruining
though.
everything.
This isn't like This isn't like fucking Death Note where it just got really bad. This is Japanese. They made it.
I mean, they need to stop. They need to keep anime and in the anime realm. They shouldn't need to bring that shit up into this real life because they just tend to ruin the story for everybody else. It's like how they went from Death Note being really good and in Tokyo to being really bad and in Seattle.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. It's so bad.
They went from Light Yagami being a super smart kid to being some dumb high school kid.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever, I initially, before watching it, I was like, oh, it doesn't degrade from the source material, it's, you can keep the two separate, and then after watching it, I was like, shit, I fucking ruined it for myself. You can't, the one sucks ass, the other one's amazing, and I'll never be able to watch the other one again without thinking of fucking, just Light Smith, or whatever they want to fucking call him. So bad. I'm just pointing out, like,
Stop America 2018.
Yeah, this whole fucking, like, Full Metal Alchemist thing is literally the exact same thing as whitewashing, but nobody's fucking saying shit about it because they aren't white people. That's all I have to say. Oh my god, if they probably did it actually, like, based in Germany, people would probably be fucking pissed that it's not Asian people. Just saying.
That's a whole lot of Asian people.
There's a lot of...
You tell me where you can find a blonde-haired Asian person naturally.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Owen Wilson.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Jesus. Okay, so second topic that I wanted to talk about, just randomly scrolling through, coming to my mind, is so Toys R Us closed like 100 stores, or they're closing 100 stores in March, I believe.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, I know, right? It's fucking terrible. I'm not excited for people to lose jobs, but I am excited for some dope-ass fucking deals on amazing toys, so just saying. But it seems like Toys R Us is actually closing more stores, 200 more stores. How do you guys feel about that?
You know, Donald Glover once said it best. He said something along the lines of, you didn't have to go into Toys R Us to get anything. It was just being there that was the experience. You know?
That's true. I like to go into Toys R Us's and just look around because they've got a bunch of cool shit. Doesn't mean I'm ever going to buy it because it's super overpriced, but it's cool. I guess I should have bought it,
now
or
that's
the
50%.
fucking stores wouldn't go out of business.
I'm pretty sure the dawn of toys is starting to come to an end, knowing that, you know, every 4-year-old has an iPad.
Yeah.
Every 6-year-old has their own cell phone. It's just
but
kinda
every
raises the need to
22
have more toys.
Every 22-year-old ginger needs fucking Godzilla plushes. So that's all I'm saying.
Right.
I've got
but
fucking
that,
Godzilla
but I'm saying
on my
like
desk.
all this modern technology that we have, because now we have fucking Amazon. You could easily get that Godzilla plushie on Amazon, but it kind of just like spoils the need for Toys R Us. We're just kind of getting rid of everything that they do with the stuff we're giving our kids now.
That's true.
And now that you think about it, it's gonna be like what, 50% off? That'll be like normal prices now.
Yeah, right? That's why I'm saying I'm excited for some dope-ass deals, but really they're not. They're fucking normal price. You know, good job fucking doing that, Toys R Us. Way to ruin my childhood. I used to think you were cool. Whatever. I'll just go fuck myself.
You sound like a sugar, what do you call it, a gold digger right now. You only like them when they had good deals, now you don't.
They've never had good deals, so no, I'm not a gold digger. Fucking Toys R Us is so bad at business. They're like, hey, everyone else marked down this toy to $9.99. We're gonna keep it at fucking $40 because you guys can eat a dick. Like, this is our version of pricing.
Somebody once told me, I think it was Abraham Lincoln or something, that these hoes ain't loyal. And I think it was George Washington who once said, she takes my money when I'm in need. You know, I think that's what you're sounding like right now.
100%.
I remember that.
Those are the most accurate historical quotes I've ever heard in my life.
Black history.
Yeah, exactly. Hashtag make black history, you know? It's fucking, that's the thing right now.
Yeah, just like YouTube.
Yeah, just like YouTube.
You guys see that tweet?
No, what tweet? What's the tweet?
Oh, YouTube tweeted, it said, roses are red, violets are blue, subscribe to black creators, or something like that.
That's pretty good.
So what my question is, we're all on Skype right now. How the fuck are we supposed to see that tweet if you don't?
That tweet was like a month ago.
It was like
it was like
no, but all you said was, did you see that tweet? But you didn't give us any context of what that tweet was.
But I said like YouTube, you know, trying to make history, Black History Month.
That's fair. He gave you 100% context. You're just a dumb bitch.
You're right.
So fuck you.
I guess. Oh
man.
All right. I'll just pack up my bags.
Yeah, exactly.
Good podcast.
100%. Best podcast ever made.
Now, last time. Continue, Justin.
So last time we were talking about, video games that we'd bring back to light. I had suggested Fight Night, but I really want to know what you and Vaughn were going to say.
Yeah, and I was actually just going to bring that up. That's really interesting.
Great minds think alike. That's why Vaughn didn't think of it.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Pretty much. Okay, so I've been playing my PS3 a lot lately, and I've been doing it probably, since I had my PS4. I've been playing a lot of NCAA 14 college football. Man, that game was great. It still is, but I wish they would just make another one, because I'm sick of having my PS3, if that makes any sense.
You're sick of having a fantastic console, so you hope they make good games on a different one?
I am sick of having the PS3, so if they could make one for the PS4, I could get rid of it.
That's fair.
That's what I'm trying to say.
All right. So
aside from Fight Night and Yu-Gi-Oh, I feel like all the sports game needs to stop.
A truly good Yu-Gi-Oh game would be fucking amazing.
Wait.
I would love.
Yeah,
to
no, they
have
had
a
one. It
Yu-Gi-Oh.
was on the DS.
Yeah,
they had
but
a really
who
good
the
one
fuck
on the DS.
gives a shit about the DS? Let's bring what was that? Like Cards of Destiny or whatever it was on the original Xbox. Let's bring that in, but not an annoying generation of Yu-Gi-Oh, which was the original. Let's get some GX in this bitch. Truly the greatest version of Yu-Gi-Oh that's ever existed.
It's a good generation.
It's the best.
Yes.
That was alright.
Literally
it was alright.
The best. Okay, it's the best if we're talking about the characters and story. Like, I'm just talking about the anime. What it brought into the card game didn't necessarily matter. Like, oh, cool, fucking superheroes and, like, snakes. That's interesting. It's got dinosaurs.
No, I think Yami was where it was at. You just stick to him.
See, I prefer
Yugi and Yami.
I prefer the original.
Yup, hands down.
Solely because it was just so straightforward,
Yeah, there was no confusing synchro summoning. There was no fucking level 5 summoning or whatever the fuck that new shit's called, the XYZ. And now they have something else that
That's
I can't even fucking keep up.
No, that's not even the newest. There's Link.
Oh my god.
Yeah, all that shit. That shit needs to stop. Just bring it back to the good old days where you could just summon Slifer the Sky Dragon by sacrificing 3 trap cards?
I don't remember.
I think it was like you gave up 3 trap cards and then it had like 3,000 essentially attack and defense. It had 1,000 for each one.
For each card in your hand.
It was kind of weird.
Yeah, no, I think that's right.
It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! It would definitely be an amazing game. I would say my picks that I want either a sequel or just like a new version. I mean, not necessarily a new version. I don't want new versions of these games because that would mean a remaster. What I want is Supergiant and Heart Machine. I want Supergiant to make a sequel to Bastion, and I want Heart Machine to make a sequel to Hyper Light Drifter, which is kind of weird because both of those have definitive endings, but I want more of those games. I love those worlds, and I think it would be amazing, but I doubt it's ever going to happen because they have definitive endings. People die. It would be unnecessary to make a sequel.
What about
I think once a video game truly ends and there's no unanswered question, that you just need to leave it alone, because once they make a part 2 to that game, it just kind of ruins it. It's like,
that's actually fair. That's my writing style.
Not Toy Story 2, but Toy Story 3, where you were kind of satisfied with everybody and you didn't want, Andy to lose Woody, and then Andy gives away Woody and Buzz, and then you're just kind of sitting there all heartbroken, like, I could have been better off not living with that situation, but I really needed this. Thank you for the 10-year delay. You know what I mean?
Toy Story 3 gave you the greatest character of all Toy Story. Fucking Lotso the bear, bitch. So good. He's easily the greatest character.
Cunt. I don't know what you're talking about. That guy's a cunt.
That guy's a huge cunt. He's a big old piece of shit. No, that's actually, that's very similar to my writing style. I think that stories should have a definitive end. So, the comic book I'm writing right now is going to have a definitive end. possibly some tie-ins in other like comics I might write, but this one is 100% has an ending. Once it ends, it's done. There will be no sequel.
See, I would love to write a comic, but one, I can't fucking draw, and two, I feel like my story is a little bit more pronounced than just a comic book, you know? So I'd have to do like 300 comic books.
What just happened to you that was so awful, Justin?
I disconnected. The Wi-Fi over here in Japan isn't that great.
Yeah. Yeah. For us, you just like blanked out for a while. I was gonna say something about it, but I decided to not instead.
It's gotta roll with the punches.
Yeah.
As long as you're still recording.
Yeah, I'm still recording. Don't worry.
Awesome.
All right. Cool. Yeah. But like I said, stories deserve a definitive ending, and I actually, personally, I can't draw either. So I actually hit up a friend from high school. You know Elaine, right, Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit her up, and she's actually going to do the art for it.
Of what?
For my comic book.
His comic book he's writing.
Oh, yeah, see, I missed a lot. I disconnected.
Oh, yeah, you didn't hear any of that. So basically, to recap you, we both believe that stories should have a definitive ending, which is the exact, issue with my statement of wanting these two sequels, is that stories should have an ending, and I feel like both of these games had endings, but I'm one of those fucking annoying-ass fans that's like, we need a sequel. That's my life.
Yeah. And I was saying that I would love to write a comic book, but one, I can't draw, and two, I have a very robust story, so it would be a lot of comic books.
So the story that I have right now, and this was also a topic that I wanted to approach with you guys and see what you think so far. The story that I have right now is, I'm not going to try to spoil anything, but the bare minimum is kind of a dickhead, guy dies, and it's an odd concept on time travel. Guy dies and is basically given the chance to go back in time and basically make other people's lives better, and in doing so is given he earns the right to pass on and basically go to heaven or wherever he might go. And this is a topic that I want to talk to you guys about, is if you could go back only in your lifetime, you can't go back and kill Hitler or anything. If you could go back in your own lifetime and change one thing, what would it be? But keep in mind that this is changing one thing. Try not to be selfish. Don't try to change something for yourself. Try to change it for somebody else. Do you guys have any thoughts on what you do?
9/11.
Oh my god.
So you thought you'd stop 9/11 as a 4-year-old?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, would I stop it? I don't know. Would I like to know what happened? Totally, yeah.
So at 4 years old, you're just gonna purchase a plane ticket?
I want to put a spin onto this. So, let's say theoretically, you are not yourself. You're a phantom or whatever, and you can be anywhere at any point in your lifetime, not necessarily change anything, but see it happening.
You want to be a fly on the wall.
Essentially, yes.
You just want to see how 9/11 went down? You're like, hashtag jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams?
No, I just want to know, I don't know, it just seems very incomplete to me.
Makes sense. I feel like there's a lot of things that we don't have the full story.
Stirring up. I'm not trying to sit here and stir up what are they called? Conspiracy theories, but I don't know. It just seems really incomplete.
What?
I would like to know what happened to Al Gore and George Bush.
You guys have very weird things. Everyone I talk to is just like,
I'm with you on that, Chase.
I don't want to have certain friends, and you guys are like, fucking 9/11.
I would like to see that. But in my own lifetime,
the most powerful thing in this world is knowledge. That's all I want. I want more knowledge.
Just remember, Captain Planet once said, "The choice is yours." No, I think maybe it was the power is yours, but you know.
That was literally the end of the quote. There was nothing more to that. It's just that fucking
the power is yours. Yeah, that's it.
Jesus.
End quotation.
Greatest quote of all time. Applies to every fucking scenario.
What you just said, Vaughn, about time travel, I was having a conversation with one of my roommates, actually, about how time travel could actually happen. I kind of want to hear your guys' take on this.
How it will actually happen?
So time travel, in order for time travel to happen, / teleportation, you're going to have to break down your own molecules, right? So how could you break down your mind's, the mental capacity of your mind's molecules, and then reform that molecules? Like, how could you tear someone's mind apart and peacefully put it back together without going insane? And how could time travel happen?
See, here's why I don't think it will happen. Here's why I don't think it'll ever happen. Because if it does ever happen in the timeline of humanity, we would already know about it.
I don't know necessarily if we'd already know about it. I mean, it's like possible that it's already happened and it's been kept a secret. Like, history is written by the victors.
Well, then we know about. I'm not talking about me myself knowing about it. I'm talking about humanity knowing about it.
Yeah, it's true, but it could also be like the Enigma, where it's like you wonder why so many bad things happen. It's because they couldn't give away that they knew that they cracked Enigma in World War II. So a bunch of bad things happened so that they could, in the end, win the war and save many more lives. So it's possible that they don't fuck with all this shit just because they know that eventually there's going to be a greater good. But altogether, that's kind of a super sour way to look at it, because you're like, wow, people are dying, and it doesn't seem like anybody gives a fuck.
Are you trying to see it as like the butterfly effect, where if you prevent this person from dying on the next day, this person's actually going to kill 1,000 people completely by accident?
No, it's not necessarily how I'm thinking about it. I've never necessarily enjoyed the thought of like paradox of the butterfly effect, just because they're like super complex and there's no way that you could ever know what you did. I'm just talking about like essentially it's possible, let's say in this theoretical version of time travel, it's possible that somebody has figured it out and they're working toward a greater good, like behind the scenes that none of us see, but it is necessary for these terrible things to happen so that this greater good can come to fruition. So it's an optimistic look at it.
And you're saying like, how does it happen? And what I'm saying is it's already happened or it's never going to happen. You know?
Yeah, I think that's generally how time travel would work.
I could see it. I just don't think it ever will happen because, again, you'd have to you'd either time travel and destroy everything in that current time, you know, just by ripping a hole in the space-time continuum, or you would completely destroy your mind because you'd have to rip your mind apart and then put it back together, because how else would you, like, travel safely through time? You know what I mean?
Yeah, so time travel essentially makes you go insane.
Or just kills you.
I mean, it definitely makes sense. All of it makes sense. You guys are like the only one
to think about, though.
The reason you guys went immediately to like world scope, and I've like specifically. So as a little spoiler to my comic, there is no like going. He doesn't go back and like. I guess the easiest way to put it is death is certain. So if somebody dies, they will die, and my main character Max cannot change it. So, like, he can affect people that were living at the point of his death, and he can affect their lives because they keep on living. So he could inadvertently cause their death and then no longer be able to change it. But death is certain. So once somebody dies, they die. And at one point in time in my comic, he tries to save his own life and realizes that he can't because death is certain. So that's my weird take on time travel. it's kind of odd. It's kind of sad. Like 4 of the comic books that I want to write and the one that I'm writing at the moment have to do with time travel just because how obsessed I am with it.
You know,
it's interesting.
When you say that, sorry to get off topic, but if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oh, I'd absolutely travel through time. Controlling time would be the fucking best superpower ever. It would obviously have its own issues. Like, I always forget what this series is called, but it's a Hulu original series about, like, James Franco's character goes back in time and tries to stop the assassination of JFK, but the time that he lives in the past also, like, shaves it off his life. So if he goes back there and spends a year there, he's a year older when he comes back, but nothing has changed.
Oh, the disaster artist.
Yeah, the disaster artist, That's 100%. Literally the exact same fucking thing that I'm talking about.
No, and you know what? I watched, and this is a little off track, we will definitely go back, but I watched Interstellar a little while ago, and the whole, like, on this planet, 1 hour is 12 years or whatever, you know, that's super interesting.
Oh, because of, like, the effect that gravity had because they were so close to a black hole? Some weird shit like that.
Sure, why not?
Great movie. Fantastic movie. This, in my opinion, the best movie that Matthew McConaughey, like, the best thing that he's ever done is Interstellar.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Sorry, I forgot. Actually, a better movie, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. It's definitely Matthew McConaughey's definitive role.
Man, you're like a comedian, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, I'm just the best. I'm just so good. Everyone thinks I'm funny. That's who I am.
Now, if I could have any superpower, see, it's such an interesting question because as soon as you give me one superpower, I want them all.
Yeah. You're gonna be the guy who chooses to be an empath, but sadly you're an empath in the world of no powers. So you're just like, cool, I'm a normal person.
No, see, and what I'm talking about is, I think that super strength would be super awesome. But in this world, am I the only one that has a superpower?
No, you are not.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the other 2 people on this podcast also have superpowers.
Correct.
So is that it? Just us 3?
Yeah, we'll be like the Justice League.
Just 3 men? This is like
we'd be
an awkward, like, sausage fest of superpowers.
You know, but we could
fine then.
Procreate and have super babies. Not with each other, of course.
Superpower would be able to transform into anyone I want.
Like Mystique?
Yeah. That'd be the worst superpower.
Being a shapeshifter?
I mean, it'd be useful for infiltration. That's about it.
Yeah, but like in a fighting scenario, I guess you just go Chuck Norris or something.
No, I mean, in that situation, because Mystique could turn into anything, you know? Hence, she's been a cat and a rat a couple of times. I mean, you could just fucking go all gorilla and go Harambe on some people.
Okay, so Beast Boy from Teen Titans, yeah, sign me up. I don't want to be green, but sign me up.
That's the fucking price you pay. You're green. You're fucking Beast Boy, you're fucking green. That's what you get.
I'm not Beast Boy. I have Beast Boy's powers, you cuck. No, I think shapeshifting would be awesome.
I would definitely have to be for space-time manipulation. I feel like there's no greater power than space-time manipulation.
We're all sitting here, we're all superheroes fighting together, and I'm just like, okay guys, I guess I'll just transform into a fucking cat and you guys can do everything.
You're just gonna peace out? You fucking, like, you turn into like a little mouse, and you're like...
No, just the fact that you guys are so powerful, I'd just be like, okay guys, I'm gonna transform into a cheetah and see if I can run really fast.
Robin doesn't have any powers and he fucks shit up in the Teen Titans.
Yeah, but that's unrealistic.
It depends on what Robin you're also talking about, because, 3 out of the 4 Robin were in the Teen Titans.
Were they?
I have a question. Was Slade ever Red Robin? Or Red Robin? Jesus.
You know Slade is Deathstroke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I swear I didn't watch all the Teen Titans, and of course this is the cartoon. I swear that he was Slade at one point.
Who? Robin?
Robin.
No, so that.
Oh no, he was the X guy, huh?
Yeah.
Red X.
And there was he was working for Slade.
I remember him being one of the bad guys. Oh, spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert!
Like, if you haven't watched Teen Titans, it ended in 2004.
Yeah, that's like a fucking 14-year-old series. If you haven't watched it, you could just go fuck yourself.
Hey, we could have some babies listening to this podcast haven't been able to see it yet.
Then they need to get on track with their lives.
Yeah. Maybe they shouldn't be watching this
Finding Nemo
podcast.
podcast.
Speaking of superpowers, in the DC universe, who do you guys believe is the worst superhero?
In the DC universe?
Yeah.
Green Arrow.
Fuck you! How is Green Arrow the worst?
Because he's just a normal dude.
So is Batman!
Batman's just a normal dude.
Yeah, Batman would fuck Green Arrow up, though.
Have you guys heard of Hawk and Dove?
Yeah.
Okay, are we digging into Trash Can Man and shit like that?
Hold on. Those two are fucking lame and useless superheroes unless they're together. So I mean, they're kind of normal people unless they're together, just like, Batman and Superman were kind of, well, no, they're not Batman and Superman, Batman and Green Arrow, who are not useless on their own.
I was trying to, I don't know, choose more of the front-running characters that people may know, not Trash Man and.
All right, so with that said, I feel like Superman is the worst superhero on the fucking DC roster.
How is Superman the worst?
Okay, so first of all,
near invincible.
you're gonna tell me that you're going to create a character that cannot die, has damn near every single superpower out there, and can rewind time.
Just playing it out.
Can die? Okay.
Are we talking about? Talking about the worst as in character design, or just the shittiest superhero? Because I was just choosing the shittiest superhero.
Yeah, no,
You're the shittiest superhero.
Morally worst superhero. Superhero that just needs to fucking go away sometimes.
Yeah, then Wonder Woman, because she's a woman.
Oh my god.
Just kidding.
Jeez.
You're gonna get a dislike for that.
Good responses from that.
Yeah, no, so Superman, first of all, cannot die.
I'm still going with Green Arrow because he's a bitch.
You're a bitch. You've watched like 90% of the Arrow series. How can you enjoy that and hate Green Arrow?
Well, you know what parts I hate is when he teams up with like the Flash and stuff. Because it's like, what are you doing, dude? You got a bow? Like, oh, fancy.
You're like, you are literally useless in this scenario. I don't understand how you are doing anything.
Yeah, the only reason people want him around is because he has cool friends.
True.
That's kind of true.
So your pick is Green Arrow. Your pick is Superman. Those are the two that you guys hate the most?
I don't hate Green Arrow. I think Green Arrow's a cool guy. I just don't think that in like a team setting he's very useful.
I can't stand Superman.
How can you not stand Superman?
You have a superhero that cannot die. Yeah, he's way too overpowered. You have a superhero that cannot die, can rewind time, and is virtually indestructible.
We went and saw the Justice League together.
Yes, we did.
At what point did you think they could do this without Superman?
Every bit of that. I was like, man, they can do this
Every point where they're
Superman.
getting their ass kicked?
See,
so first of all, they could not even handle Steppenwolf without fucking Superman. They can't even handle Darkseid without Superman. They probably couldn't even fucking take on Lex Luthor without Superman.
And then Superman shows up, and they're like, oh, thank God. Batman's like, oh, I can stop doing anything, even though I'm just shooting this fucking gun that's doing nothing.
I will sadly say, in that movie, Batman was the comic relief, which really annoyed me, because it was just like, hey, here's a movie of Batman being useless. Yay.
No, see, the problem with the movie was everyone was comic relief, and there was only one good character at comic relief.
Quote unquote Superman.
No, it was
Flash.
Flash.
No, fuck Flash.
He was the only funny one in that movie, is what Chase is saying.
Yeah, but everyone was trying to be funny, and it was like, oh, this is not working.
Yeah.
This is not working.
I think it's a fun movie. I'm not gonna say it's a good movie. It's a fun movie.
So who's your pick, Vaughn? We got Superman and the bitch-ass Green Arrow.
I don't have one that I think is truly so terrible. Like, is it, did you say any superhero or just any character?
Strictly DC superhero.
So it has to be hero. It can't be like a character.
Yeah, or it could be a villain. It could be a villain, hero or villain.
A hero or villain who's truly terrible.
That should just not be in
what
that
about
universe.
Bane is cool.
Is a badass.
Bane's awesome, especially
Bane is the first person in the DC
in the Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, shut your fucking mouth! Don't confront me on that bullshit.
Easily the greatest villain to exist in Batman's history is Bane from the Dark Knight Rises.
Y'all are trash.
He's just so good.
We all know Tom Hardy is probably the best representation Bane has ever had ever.
I mean, he's better than in Batman Forever. That's for damn sure. It's fucking terrible.
Okay, but for real, Vaughn, who you picking? What do you got?
I honestly don't know. I'm like hardcore blanking, which is kind of weird. Honestly, and this is probably.
Okay, then who's your favorite?
This is probably gonna annoy people.
His favorite's probably the Flash.
No, it's not.
No, his favorite's probably Green Arrow.
My favorite character is a very specific person, and I will let you know. Well, it's
great.
It's a group of
It's
people.
Lois Lane.
No, what the fuck? Why would I like Lois Lane? I mean, she's cool, but she's unnecessary if Superman isn't there, kind of a thing. It's like she's his love interest. She does a lot of really cool things. She's a cool side character, but I don't know. I wish they would do something more with her. But no, the one character that I think is kind of boring and I don't think should exist, and this will annoy people, is the Joker. I really don't give a fuck about the Joker. He's kind of a boring villain to me. I'm just like, cool, you're insane. That's it.
I think the Joker in Batman's world is completely necessary, because I feel like the Joker is who prevents Batman from actually going insane. Because without the Joker, Batman would probably just go check himself in. You know what I mean?
The Joker is actually what keeps Batman from killing people, is because he's consistently trying to be murdered by the Joker.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Joker is actually Alfred.
Just messing with him for fucking years. He's an old ass man.
So the way he's doing it is when Batman, Bruce Wayne turned 18 and decided to go through all that training to actually become the Batman. His butler was just like, man, I can't let him think he's crazy, so I'm gonna make, this super villain, and pay him to go take care of Batman and do all of this shit that makes it seem like it's a big bad ordeal, just to make it seem like Bruce Wayne's, actually not crazy.
That's fair. That is an interesting theory.
They have the billions to do it, Bruce Wayne probably never even noticed the money leaving. He's never in his fucking office to begin with.
That's true.
So it's just like...
How does his company do anything?
That's interesting.
They have Lucius Fox, which totally makes sense, but otherwise it's like, how does their company do anything with their CEO non-existing? You basically just don't exist.
He works from home.
He telecommutes. He's like, they're like, hey, is that the bat suit? Is that the Batmobile in the background? And he's like, what? No.
They're on a Skype call.
Yeah, he accidentally accepts a Skype call with video instead of just audio. He's in his underwear in the Batcave. They're like, we can clearly see the Batmobile. You're fucking Batman. And he's like, I'm going through a tunnel. I gotta go.
No, I'm not.
He's just going through a tunnel.
They're like, well, you're in a
So who's your
cave,
favorite?
so.
Oh, wait, you were saying that, weren't you? I don't even
You want to know who my favorite is?
Yeah, I want to know who both your favorites are.
Can I choose a group, or do I have to choose one person?
One person.
Just choose one person.
So one person, my favorite is Arsenal. That's who my favorite is.
Really?
Yes. If you don't know who he is, I feel like I have an unfair bias toward Arsenal specifically because he has red hair, which Arrow annoys me because he doesn't have red hair, and I'm like, fuck you, dudes. Fucking make a ginger be Roy Harper.
See, the reason I like him is because of Roy Harper.
So when you say Arsenal, do you mean Roy Harper or the clone Roy Harper?
No, I'm talking about Roy Harper. Like, did fucking heroin.
Straight up.
Became fucking Speedy, and then eventually, like, becomes an anti-hero and joins Red Hood and the Outlaws. That's what I'm talking about. Not clone from Young Justice, which is the greatest fucking piece of superhero, like, media that's ever been created. That is my favorite of all time.
That's an interesting pick.
But yeah.
What's your favorite DC
different.
hero?
Well, you know me. I have to keep it real. Stick with my brothers. Static.
Static is
not
so
Black.
fucking
Good. Don't get that confused for Black Lightning. So you guys remember Austin Coons?
Yes. I do. I don't think Chase
day.
knows who he is.
He messaged me the other day asking about like Black Lightning. I was giving him Black Lightning's rundown, and he was trying to say for the longest assumed Black Lightning and Static were the same person.
What a punk.
There's literally an episode of Static Shock where he meets Black Lightning.
Static Shock was one of the coolest freaking shows.
He did not meet Black Lightning first. He met Power Fist or Power Soul Fist.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
See,
it wasn't Black Lightning.
I'm getting mixed with Black Lightning and how he was in Brave and the Bold, and not in Static Shock. That's where I'm getting mixed up.
See, my favorite would probably be Aquaman.
Of all people, Aquaman? You're judging by Roy Harper, and you chose Aquaman?
Cool.
Okay, so Aquaman is actually an overpowered superhero as well, in my opinion. People just don't give him credit where credit is due. Like, if you think about it, he could probably whoop everyone on the Justice League's ass except for Superman. And probably Batman, because awesome. Batman, the little bitch, got everybody's super weakness.
I do love that. Justice League Doom is really interesting because they talk about how he has everyone's weaknesses and they use them against him. That's really interesting. Fucking light Martian Manhunter on fire. Stupid. I like how you're talking about overpowered characters, but you completely glanced over Martian Manhunter, the one character that Superman himself has spoken about being the most powerful in that universe.
Okay, but the thing about Martian Manhunter is that he actually has a sense for humanity, where Superman does not.
Superman tries.
Okay, no, Superman is either my way or nobody's way, while Martian Manhunter is like, hey, I'll see this from all points, and, I'm not human, so I'm not going to get involved where I don't need to get involved. But Superman's just like, man, I told you no, I'm going to beat that ass now.
That's fair. That's actually super fair. So you not only have an issue with his power set, but you also have an issue with his moral compass.
Yeah, it's all over the place. If it's not right to Superman, it's not right at all.
That's true. That's true. In The Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and 2, he actually legitimately he rips off fucking Green Arrow's arm and he tries to kill Bruce because he's not doing what Superman wants him to do. That's actually very true. He's a super huge bitch. That's like, if it's not my way, it's the highway.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You think for an alien that comes in to interact with humanity, that they wouldn't want to try to fuck with the way humanity is governing it. Because the way Superman's trying to do it is he's a god, and he knows he's a god, so he's trying to make everybody fall under him without making it seem like he's trying to scare them. But he's ruling them by fear.
Yeah, that's fair. Plus, there's the whole argument that the way that Clark Kent is, how he's all shy and bumbly and kind of dumb, is the way that Superman sees humanity, and he thinks of them as idiots.
Humanity.
Yeah, he thinks of all of them as a bunch of dumbasses that can't govern themselves or do anything. And he's like, I am the symbol of peace. I'm fucking amazing.
If Superman did not come to Metropolis or did not come to planet Earth, there would be nothing wrong with the planet. Lex Luthor wouldn't be in prison. He probably wouldn't be, super fucking evil, with all these weapons of mass destruction. Brainiac never would have came to Earth. A lot of super villains wouldn't have gotten their powers.
Seems like a messed up situation. Yeah.
It's all Superman's fault.
That's fair. That's fair. This is like the fucking like Flashpoint paradox kind of shit. If one thing didn't happen, the world would have been better. Or, in that case, end.
Well, it wouldn't have ended because, Superman just wouldn't be there to ruin everything.
Oh, no, I was just talking about the Flashpoint paradox. Where everybody would fucking die.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody dies at the end. Spoiler alert.
Also, something if you haven't watched, it's been on Netflix for like 2 fucking years now.
Since I was in high school.
Yeah, it's been on there for a while. Fucking watch it. So does anybody else have any topics that they want to talk about? Anything you want to throw out there? Weird ass shit?
I want to talk about how my PC's pissing me off and trying to tell me it's going to do an update. And I'm like, no.
Yeah,
and it's
mine too.
Yeah.
Mine's doing the exact same
I'm pretty
thing.
sure that's how I did my PC in, because it tried to go for an update while I was in the middle of doing homework, so I think I exited out of the update and turned off my computer, and then it fucking took a shit on me. Now
it's
I
like
had to get this shitty Chromebook.
It's like, hey, I'm gonna do the update. And I was like, no, you're not. It's like, yeah, no, you're not.
Your computer is the Superman of computers. It's like, I am the Almighty. You do what I want, or you fuck yourself.
That's Brainiac. You remember Brainiac?
I do remember Brainiac.
Cool guy, huh?
He's a super cool guy. He's the best.
I feel like Brainiac and
speaking of Brainiac, I miss DCUO. Good game.
I kind of miss that too. Now that you bring it up,
I don't really miss it. Never really played it enough to care.
They could have done
you're
so much
crazy,
better
dude.
with it. Yeah.
So
I played
good.
a decent amount of it. It's just, in my opinion, it's like a great MMO. It's just not what I want out of an MMO. Like, I'm very much like...
You want Guild Wars 2.
I enjoy Guild Wars 2. It's not bad.
I wish you liked Elder Scrolls Online more.
Did you guys ever play the game City of Heroes?
No, never.
I did.
I saw a shitload of stuff about City of Heroes when DC Universe Online came out, but that's about it.
So City of Heroes was canceled, I think, a year or two after it came out.
I remember
or maybe the same
someone
year.
kind of funny had on recently. I'm pretty sure it's kind of funny. They were talking about it.
Talking about City of Heroes?
Yeah.
I think you're thinking about when Gary Whitta was talking about the end of World of Warcraft. Not necessarily the end of City of Heroes.
Oh, someone was talking about something.
Yeah, he was talking about what the end of World of Warcraft would look like and how it would look like, I think it was like Star Wars Galaxies. When it ended, everyone just kind of sat there and played till the end. Like, they loved it so much that they weren't going to get off. And then it just...
There was a game
ended.
I played on the PC called I think it was like Steel 2.
You're talking about that mech game?
Yeah, that game was super fun.
It's like RuneScape, but with fucking robots.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Except for better.
So I would like to talk about one topic if nobody else has anything to talk about. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about?
Not really.
No? Okay, cool. So the topic that I really want to talk about, if you guys follow games media, I don't know if you have the same opinion as I do, but it's definitely there, is that it seems like traditional games media, unless focused, does not really care about like independent creators as much. So from what I've been watching, I'm watching IGN, waiting for these reviews to come out, and Double Fine really recently published Crossing Souls, and like several like independent YouTubers and stuff like that, they've done reviews for it and they've spoken about it, but IGN, as far as I know, has yet to put out a review for Crossing Souls, and it's been out for about a week. but the independent games that are backed by large like publishers, obviously Double Fine's a large publisher, but much larger publishers like EA, they immediately came out with a review for Faye, or FIA, however you want to say it. They immediately came out with a review for this, but Crossing Souls, as far as I know, still does not have one. And I'm like, come on, guys.
Gamergate 2018.
It's $15. Fucking buy it.
Well, you know why? Because they have to do this stuff to get clicks.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about it. Like, if EA is a big name, like, so is Double Fine, but it's all just stupid, and I feel like a lot of people are completely, like, missing out on it. That's why the way that I want to end, like, each episode of anything that we do on Fanboy Talks with me giving a quick indie shout out to any indie games that I think look amazing, that people should keep an eye on or that they should play. And right now I want to talk about, I think it's called Death Trash. It's really, really interesting. I would recommend looking up some stuff about it. It's like a post-apocalyptic pixel art, like RPG that's being developed.
Yeah, I saw you tweeting about that.
Yeah.
Looks interesting.
I just started following the creator of it. I think his name is Stefan Holvenbrook. It's something weird. He's really interesting, and I follow him on Twitter, and he gives like consistent updates about his game, and it looks amazing, and I cannot wait for this game to come out. But I'm kind of sad that it seems like not many people know about it at the moment, or just like nobody's really talking about it, unless you're on like Get Indie Gaming, which is a YouTube channel I'd recommend subscribing to. They talk about indie games specifically, but unless you just talk about indie games, nobody fucking talks about them. Unless it's Celeste getting 10 out of 10s, which Celeste is very good. Very good game, but let's stop sucking its dick for 2 seconds so we can talk about other indie games as well. That's the only thing that I have to say about it. I'm like, thanks for the shout out for this indie game, but you're just covering one. Talk about any of the 10 that just came out as well.
Yeah, but 10 come out every day.
10 come out every day. That is true. There's a lot that come out every day, but a lot of them are fucking trash. And it doesn't take that long to like try one and see that it's not trash and talk about it.
I mean, I guess.
I know that time is a commodity. Time is the one thing on earth that you cannot give up. It's the truest currency in life is time. And it seems like no time is being devoted to specifically just indie games unless you're focusing on just indie games. Like, nobody thinks of just giving 10 seconds to an indie game that nobody's talking about. So that's kind of all I wanted to talk about right there. See what your guys' opinions on it were.
I think that there's just so much that it's hard to keep track of it all and stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't blame them, but it'd be cool to get more.
Yeah.
Like news, not necessarily news, but coverage on it. But that's why you go to places that, I don't know, like that kind of game, you know?
Yeah.
Because they seem to do a better job of covering
That's
it.
why you specifically go to sites like Get Indie Gaming so they talk about it. Justin, did you disconnect again? Or did you want to say something?
No, I'm still here, man.
Okay, I was like, you are super quiet.
I'm observing. I don't have a lot of information on this topic.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Well, anything else, guys?
That's it for me. You got everything.
I'm good.
We all good?
All
awesome.
Good.
Well, thank you guys, and I hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching if you got this far. And I'm pretty sure all of us hope you guys have a great day.
Yeah, thanks for bringing me here, man.